What's up and welcome back to the channel. Today's video is going to be my top 5 favorite performers of 2023 so far. If you're new here, welcome, and if you like sneaker related content, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any future uploads. So as far as the shoes that are going to be in this video, they are from an indoor volleyball perspective. They didn't necessarily drop in 2023, but these are shoes that I have been wearing for the first 6 months of 2023 so far. So these are going to be in order of preference, and my 5th shoe on the list is the Player 1 by Series Player Only, and these are in the sea salt colorway. I really enjoy this shoe. If you've been following the channel, you know that when I first tried them, I was a little wary about the fit and as well as the cushioning, and so I changed the fit on my second pair in the sea salt colorway, went up half a size, and they dropped the support midsole, which improved the cushioning a lot. So after that kind of changed my thoughts about the shoe. The best comparison I have for the shoe is the Kobe 8 because they're both really, really lightweight, very breathable, and the traction on these are really good. So they're covered in all directions. You have multi-directional herringbone. It's a little bit thin, so I would not recommend these going outdoors. But for me, positions I like playing these in are back row, so libero, DS, or setting. So you're not really max jumping too much, but you want to feel quick on your feet, making really quick movements, and you're not jumping as much. So I probably wouldn't wear these as much if I'm playing outside hitter, but that's just personal preference. And if I'm playing back row, libero, setter, then these are definitely one of the shoes that I'm going to consider picking up. We'll see if these stay in the top 5 at the end of the year, but so far so good. And as you know, I'm going to start testing the Player 1 2023, which is kind of the next iteration of the shoe with some improvements. So maybe that will crack the list and this will get bumped, but stay tuned for the end of the year video if these stay on the list. All right, the next shoe on the list, many of you probably won't guess because it's kind of an older model, but it is the KD14s. I actually like these better than the KD15s, better fits, the cushion feels better, traction is probably on par, and aesthetically, I think the 15s look better than the 14s, and I don't really like this strap because for me, it doesn't really do that much because it's kind of loose and it doesn't stay down, so this will flop around when I'm playing. But overall, this is a complete sneaker. I think you're covered for every position. You could play back row, front row, middle, setter, outside hitter, what have you, and these will be very solid performers. For me personally, if I'm playing outside hitter, then I'm probably gonna tend towards these, and if I'm playing setter or libero, then I probably wouldn't go for these as my first option, mainly because there's less court feel and the cushion is very plush. So when you're making, those quick movements, you don't feel the ground as much in the KD14s. So I don't go for this shoe if I'm playing back row or setter, but if I'm playing outside hitter, then these are definitely going to be an option. And yeah, I think they look great. Again, I don't really love the strap. I considered cutting it off, but I don't know. I'm just gonna leave it there and just have it hang there and not really use it for functional purposes because it usually comes loose anyway. This might be hard to get. I know some of my friends ended up buying a second pair because they liked it so much off StockX. But if you can find these in discount stores or factory stores or, I don't know, maybe Ross has them, I highly recommend trying this shoe. I think it's worth trying on in store because the fit is very, very snug. I ended up going true to size in 9.5, and when I first tried them on, I was like, oh no, maybe I should have gone up half a size, but after break-in, they're fine. So they're definitely a really snug fit, but I have been enjoying the KD14s a lot, and they have made my KD15s almost not see the court at all. So this is the 4th shoe on my list. As for my 3rd favorite performer of the year, this is also kind of an older model that I got at the beginning of 2020. It's a very hard to get sneaker, this model and this colorway, and it's one of my very few hits that I ever got on sneakers, and they are the Kobe Procho 5s in the Chaos colorway. And I had a pair of the draft days from high school that I got from the Nike clearance store, and I wore those to the ground. And one thing that I picked up from wearing that shoe is it's not that durable. So I really have to pick and choose when I want to wear the shoe because this upper ripped for me right here, and even right now, the inside of the ankle area is ripping a little bit here. So I have to be very selective as to when I want to wear the shoe, but this is also another all-around performer. The traction is solid, the cushion is solid, and I really like the fit. I think the fit of this shoe It's one of my favorite fitting shoes that are on the market. And like I said, they're kind of hard to get. But for me, I will play back row, front row in this shoe. This is a more balanced sneaker, so it's not one that I would be like, oh, if I'm playing front row, I won't pick these, or if I'm playing back row, I won't pick these. I think either way, you're covered in this shoe, and if you can get your hands on them for a decent price, I think they're worth it. Hopefully Nike continues to release Prochos, but you know, it's kind of hit or miss there, and even when they do, they're really hard to get. But Kobe 5 Procho, number 3 on my list. All right, my second favorite performer of the year is, in fact, the Nike LeBron 20, and I did double up in this shoe. One in the All-Star colorway, which I got earlier this year, and then one in the Time Machine colorway, which I got last year. This one I got first, and I am mix matching these shoes. I haven't worn them like this yet, but maybe in the upcoming tournament I will. But this is an all-around solid performer. Traction is awesome. The cushion is awesome. Not full-length Zoom Air, but you do have Zoom both in the forefoot and the heel. You have a carbon fiber plate in the middle, and very comfortable, pliable upper. Also, very well padded heel and Achilles area. So you know what you're gonna get with these shoes. So the LeBron 20s are a great performer regardless of what position you play. If you're in the back row and you're a libero, DS, or setter, I personally like having fast feeling shoes. So what that typically means is like you have good court feel and not too much compression, especially in the forefoot. And with Zoom Air and Cushlon, there is a decent amount of compression, but you don't sacrifice too much court feel. So I think these still check that box for being fast, nimble, and agile. And if you're in the front row, personally, you're jumping a lot from either approaching for your hits or you're blocking. So I think it's important to have good forefoot cushioning. And this has that with, again, Cushlon and Zoom Air. So if you're jumping and landing a lot, that is what I prioritize, and the LeBron 20s will have you covered. The shoe also offers great support with the knit upper and the very comfortable heel and Achilles padding, the sphere technology that Nike has implemented in these. So you are locked in the shoe, no heel slip issues, and no feeling of looseness where you don't feel comfortable making all the moves that you need to make when you're on the court. So the LeBron 20s are therefore number 2 on my list. And without further ado, the top performer of 2023 for me so far are the Wow 10 lows in the Valentine Day colorway. I was very impressed with the shoe. It's the first shoe I tried in the Way of Wade line, and I'm happy that they were these. At first, I think I didn't like them as much when I was still breaking in the shoe, so still breaking in the upper, the cushioning, and the traction. But man, these are definitely pricey. So for the lows, $199, and for the highs, $225. But you definitely get what you pay for. So the traction right here, we have concentric circles, and these bite the floor really well. They're squeaky, and I never have to worry about the traction missing on these. You still have to wipe, but solid traction. And then the boom cushioning feels great, full length boom. Because of the full length carbon fiber plate, this shoe is very springy, and you have a lot of forefoot flex. So when you're jumping and when you're landing, you really feel that springiness in the shoe, and that on top of the boom cushioning feels so good. So I think if you haven't tried these and you're looking for a great all-around performer, then you should give the Way of Wade 10s a shot. I know they're pricey, and I don't see them discounting this shoe anytime soon, especially since they're still dropping a lot of new colorways. But I think it's worth it. Like, you get what you pay for, and I like this shoe a lot. So this is always going to be in consideration, whether I'm playing libero or if I'm in the front row hitting or if I'm setting. So the Wow 10s take the cake for my favorite top performing shoe of the year so far. I am very interested in how this list will change by the end of the year with the new shoes that I'm testing currently to see what shoes will fall off, what will kick them out, what will remain. So it'll be interesting. I don't know how many pairs of shoes I'm going to end up trying that are new for the rest of 2023, but you never know. Let me know if you think I got any of the rankings wrong, if I'm missing any shoes. Of course, I can only really rank the shoes that I have and that I've played it and that I've tried. So there are a lot of shoes on the market currently that I just haven't tried. So those 5 are my top performers of 2023 so far. We have the Player 1 by Serious Player Only. We have the Nike KD 14. We have the Nike Kobe Procho 5s. We have the Nike LeBron 20s. And then lastly, we have the Way of Wade 10s. Let me know if you have any specific questions. Hopefully you enjoyed and it was helpful for you. Like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.